When managing product lines, there's an obvious need to understand the business in which you are operating. Market share and growth opportunities are necessary considerations when analyzing one's market position and potential. It's important to have a solid understanding of where those product lines stack up, as well as the nature of the business environment in which you are operating. Sometimes visualizing these concepts can be a significant advantage when it comes to understanding. One way to do this is by using a system created by Bruce Henderson, who stated, "To be successful, a company should have a portfolio of products with different growth rates and different market shares. The portfolio composition is a function of the balance between cash flows. High growth products require cash inputs to grow. Low growth products should generate excess cash, but both kinds are needed simultaneously." He created a chart for the Boston Consulting Group known as the Growth Share Matrix. The idea is that a company is able to map the profits and future cash flows of multiple product lines. The matrix consists of 4 quadrants. Products tend to get their start in the question marks quadrant, where there's low market share and high growth. A product line can become well established while maintaining great growth, moving it into the stars quadrant. When a market has a low growth, these well-established product lines are more suited for the cash flows or cash cows quadrant, rather. Finally, in a low-growth market, a product line with a lower market share belongs in the dogs quadrant, sometimes called the pets quadrant. We can use Apple and a few of its product lines to illustrate the use of this matrix. With such a stiff competition in the tablet market, the iPad would probably fall in the question marks quadrant, a product line located here requiring consideration of whether additional investment is needed. Although product lines tend to start out here, they can and often do move through cycles if they live long enough. The iPad is a good example of this, as it certainly is not a new product, but has returned to this category. The iPhone, however, could be seen as a star, though it is staying in fairly neutral territory here. This is a powerful product line with great growth still occurring in the market. It's moved closer in relation to the Mac and the iPod, which are long-standing products in the cash cows quadrant. The Mac has a strong standing in a stable market, while the iPhone has pushed the iPod closer to the final quadrant. Usually, it's thought that a dog product line should be cut, but a lower profit yet important line such as iTunes is a good example of one that should be maintained. Similar to the growth share matrix, the Boston Group also created another matrix to illustrate the environment that a business might operate within. Richard Lockridge published a perspective outlining the key features. These 2 factors, the size and the advantage of the number of ways it can be achieved, can be combined into a simple matrix to help guide more creative strategy development. The specific requirements for success are different in each quadrant. The size of advantage is the ability to create economy of scale within the business, whereas the number of approaches to achieve advantage is the ability to differentiate from competitors. These qualities create a matrix consisting of 4 types of businesses. A specialized business can create economy of scale and has many possible approaches at differentiation. An example would be a food brand such as General Mills, able to reach a large set of consumers by having numerous brands catering to many preferences. A fragmented business has a wide differentiation potential, but with little ability to expand through economies of scale. A restaurant can fall under this category, as it would have many ways to differentiate itself from competitors, but scaling might be difficult and costly. This group is especially susceptible to a group that creates a radical model, such as the chain restaurant. A stalemated business has little to no opportunity to create economy of scale or differentiation. A good example is textiles, where reducing the cost of producing goods is the primary competitive move. Finally, a volume business has little differentiation potential, but benefits greatly from economies of scale. A great example might be Pfizer, in which the starting costs for developing a new drug are immense, while the cost for manufacturing becomes spread out across massive amounts of a product.